Hey yo, Go Format players, it's Skill Brown Magician here, and I'm back with the ulti pill dinos replays. So, I have a match here, and you guys totally killed it with the likes. It's barely been up, and the last time I checked, it was like over 40 likes. So, you guys just went crazy. So, yeah, like, I really appreciate the love. I was like, man, I only asked for 20, and you guys just were like, nah, we got you. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if I check now, maybe it's 50. So got to come through with the uh, with the replays. So here we go. I open pretty nice. This is actually my first match with the deck. I had made some revisions, and this is my first time running the build that you guys saw in the last video. So I graceful, and I set my Gale Lizard, and I have a Saku set, and I was able to send a Triceratops and a Mother Goose to grave. Here he does swing in with Tribe, and I'm able to bounce it back to hand. What I was really doing the first turn was I wanted to check to see if he had knock. That's why I set the Gale Lizard first before I set the Magician of Fate, because I really want to maximize on the Tsukiyomi Faith combo. So I draw after he sets 3 in his main phase 2, and let me lower the volume a little bit. Okay. I'm thinking here, and I decide, you know what, I'm just going to do it. We'll go heavy, and I'll sacrifice the Saku if need be, but he Soldoms. So that's okay. I'm curious what his back row is, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and get the Faith. And now I'm really worried. I'm like, please don't draw into the knock. But he just summons the Tribe again to swing in, and I do have the Saku ready. So, able to prevent Magician of Faith from leaving the field, and I'm going to get the effect again. So he goes into Trap Dashu, and lots of juicy targets to pick from. He chooses Abyss Soldier. He's fearful of Abyss, so I question what is the back row. So he sends that back, and here I flip Magician of Faith. I get the Heavy Storm, and he sacrificed a Solemn to protect it. So what is it? A Saku and a bottomless trap hole. Interesting. So I'm able to summon Tsuk, flip my Magician of Fate down, and I'm going to be able to hopefully get another Magician of Faith off. He's only able to set, so I get Magician of Faith. I finally get that Graceful Charity. I have Serpent in hand. Things are looking really good. This is why that Tsukiyomi package is so big. Even with just the one copy of Magician of Faith, with Gale Lizard, with one copy of Book of Moon, the synergy with our boss monsters, because it sets monsters, and our boss monsters, they have piercing in Triceratops, and then Black Tyranno can just swing over defense monsters. Here, I actually attack into Pete and the Dark Clown, which clanks my Tsukiyomi, and it stays out for the turn, but I'm able to set 3, and I have my Solemn, MST, and Book of Moon. He gets the Nobleman finally, and I decide, I'm going to Solemn that. I'm just going to keep it out. And he tributes for Thestalos. Fortunately, he does not have Zaborg. Here, I don't think I took the 400 for Thestalos' effect for Tsukiyomi, so I technically should be at 3550. Technically should be 3550. So he's going to swing into my Magician of Faith, but I decide, I'm going to book it. I want to keep it out a turn. And I actually top deck the knock, which is pretty nuts. And I get my Serpent back. And yeah, I just kind of go crazy here. I get my Magician of Faith once again. I get Graceful Charity. We draw 3. Not quite what I wanted, but it's okay. And I decide, you know what, actually, let me hold on to the Ultra Evolution pill just in case it comes up. And I'll ditch the Dust Shoot because, yeah, so that was a pretty crazy swing. So I'm able to knock the face down Monarch, and now I'm able to poke directly for 1700, and I have the duo main phase 2 to pop his last 2 cards in hand. Yeah, so there he just accepts defeat, and we are going to go into game 2. So game 2, I'm not going to lie, I opened really busted, but it's a pretty long duel. We're going to see how it plays out. So he gets pot of greed to start, and then he sets, and he has 2 back row. Doesn't have the Dust Shoot, and here it's looking really pretty, and this is, honestly, this is every water player's dream, basically. When you have Graceful Charity, 2 waters, and salvage, it's just like, it's so dope. So check out this draw. So I pitch Serpentine Princess and Mother Grizzly off of Graceful Charity. I hit duo, so I pluck 2, and fortunately I do hit the Zaborg, which is pretty nice because that could have been a problem for my Magician of Faith. He has knock, he pitches knock, and he pitches, and I hit the Zaborg. And then this is where salvage is just so nasty. So this is a dream combo. Those 2 cards that I pitched off of Graceful Charity, now I'm able to just retrieve them, and I got Graceful Charity for basically no cost. And I replenished my hand, and it's crazy. So super dope. I have the Abyss Soldier. I have plenty of fodder for it. I'm going to set the Serpentine Princess, 2000 defense. I just want it to hold for the turn. I'm really worried that he has the second copy of Knock, or he has like another Zaborg in hand, because he pitched Knock. So I'm just like, does he have an extra? Does he have an out to face downs? So I don't want to set my Magician of Faith just yet. So I set the Serpentine Princess, just wanted to hold for the turn, and then we'll adjust it for the next play. So he does tribute, but he actually hits the Thestalos, and he snipes my tribe. And this is such a bummer for me because he's able to swing over a Serpentine and doesn't get to stay the turn. If I had set Gale Lizard there, that would have been a lot better. He would have tributed off the Peton for nothing, and then he would have just had a Thestalos in hand. So Gale Lizard would have been better. I was a little worried about Gale Lizard getting knocked and then losing 2 of my reptiles, though, from my deck. But anyways, I draw into the second Gale Lizard. So now I'm going to set the Gale Lizard. And he just send like crazy. Gets rid of the Gale Lizard, and I'm going to return Thessalos back to hand. And then I'm just going to set Magician of Faith. I'm going to set the Dust Shoot. And let's hope that this Magician of Faith holds. So he hits me with the Morphing Jar. And this is pretty bad. He's like way up on cards on me now. And I'm going to be definitely fighting from behind. And I draw no monsters now because I had all the monsters. But I am going to pop the Dust Shoot on him. And I'm able to... What did I snipe? I sniped the BLS from hand. He does have the knock, so I'm not going to even get my Magician of Faith. And let's see. What does he do here? He attacks in. So this is where the game state, it gets pretty crazy. So I'm just setting everything. He's going to swing in with the Reaper and the Morphing Jar. I'm going to pop the Mirror Force. And yeah, nothing good yet. No monsters. He flips the Magician of Fate to get greed again. I do have Trap Dust Shoot, so he plays into it again. And I get rid of one of his Tsukiomis. He has 2 Tsuks in hand. And in his standby phase, I'm going to use Ring to get rid of the Magician of Fate so he can't Tsuk, because he has another Tsuk in hand right now. So he just sets one, and he uses Dust Shoot. Fortunately, I don't have any monsters in hand. And I'm just kind of going through here. Gonna get rid of one of his back row. He bottomlesses my Abyss Soldier. Triceratops is not good right now. Do we have? Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm like, please don't tell me I have Serp in Grave and I can be comboing it with Triceratops and Evolution Pill. But he gets into a Sengen now, and he's going to go Prima. So he's kind of making a push here. And I'll take the 1,000 from Sengen, but I do have the Saku to answer the Desilos. I do have the one Judgment set, so I'm a little hesitant with the Heavy Storm. And I don't really have my play yet. I really just need Serpent, honestly. And he can make a lot of things go live. Yeah, if I had Serpent right now, I could use Premature Burial to bring back Abyss Soldier, to pitch Serpent, to bounce Prima back to hand. I could do Prima, Abyss Soldier out. Yeah, I don't know. I got a little lost in the sauce there. But yeah, there's just a lot I could do if I had Serp. But I'm going to go heavy here. I'm just going to go in. And I use Prima. Bring back Abyss. And this is a pretty crucial play. You'll see it play out later. But I actually ditch my Mother Grizzly so I can bounce the Premature back to hand. And Abyss Soldier does stay out on field because Premature Burial, it only specifies when this card is destroyed, you destroy the equipped monster, but when it's returned to the hand via Abyss Soldier's effect, you can get around this. So now I have a Premature Burial that I can use again. So I swing into the Tsuk, and he sets my Abyss Soldier. I'm going to set my MST and my Book of Moon to protect him, and I forget he has the heavy, so I feel like an idiot there. And he tributes the Sengen off for a Thunder Dragon to get Sengen's effect to get Peaten. Swings over my Abyss Soldier, and yeah, I'm just going to set. Just going to see, he's going to poke me. I can live, but it's getting pretty close now. And I finally get the guy I've been looking for. From here, I'm going to put in work with Sinister Serpent. So I set Sinister Serpent, activate Ultra Evolution Pill to tribute Serp, bring out Dark Triceratops from hand. He has Bottomless Trap Hole, which I solemn, and then he solemns my solemn. And he's like, nah, man, get that Dino out of here. He's gone. So he's banished. He's not even in the graveyard for Prima. So I have no choice but to go Premature Burial, go down to 300 life points now, and Abyss Soldier, you gotta make your last stand, man. And you know, honestly, by here, I was like so dejected, dude. He has like so many cards on me, and I'm just like, he's running Monarchs. He's just gonna swing over me for game. So he draws, and he tributes into Thunder Dragon, which I'm just like, thank goodness. I was so worried, but he does set another back row. So here, I just get like one of the best cards I could have top decked just to ensure that I'll stay alive. I get Gravekeeper Spy, and I get my Serp back to hand. I know that he just set that back row, so I'm worried about it. I don't want to lose my Abyss Soldier. And at this point, Abyss Soldier is really exposed because it's attached to Premature Burial. So if Premature Burial goes, Abyss Soldier is gone. So he has more outs to get rid of Abyss Soldier now, because he can either just swing over it with the Monarch, he can have something get rid of my back row, which will then remove Abyss. So he just has so many outs. But if I bounce this back to hand, there's no point because I can't even use it again because I only have 300 life points. So I bounce the SERP and I say get rid of the back row. I'll ensure that I clear the Thunder Dragon, and I'm going to set my Gravekeeper Spy. And I hope I can hold. He just raw activates the Scapegoats, and he sets one. So I get a Tsuk myself, and I only run 2 Gravekeeper Spy, so I can't really, get another copy of Spy, which would have been cool. So what I decide to do here is I flip Abyss Soldier face down so I can get rid of Premature, and now there's less outs for Abyss because back row removal won't get rid of him now because he isn't attached to Prima because Tsuk flipped him face down. I get rid of 2 of the tokens. I keep my Gravekeeper Spy face down. Don't want to attack in. That's exactly why I kept it face down. He snatch steals. Fortunately, he doesn't have SERP himself. Swings into the Gravekeeper Spy, and I'm able to wall him out. During his main phase 2, he ensures that I don't get life points back, which is not too bad. And again, you guys, I guess I'm just lucky. I don't know. Come on. Again, top deck Nobleman of Crossout to get rid of the troublesome monster. So I'm going to attack in first. I know the back row is a bluff. What is it? Oh, it's another Scapegoat. Okay. So I attack in with Gravekeeper Spy. I'm going to attack at least one of his Scapegoat tokens. I'm going to bring out the Tsuk to flip it face down. And then I knock my own Abyss Soldier, sadly. So this is just like such a scrappy duel. He still has 3,050 life points, so I'm still, kind of at a loss. I'm like, what am I going to do? And then I draw into the boss monster. I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I only have 7 cards in my deck. I really do need a boss monster. I have 2, so I do have Tyranno. Tyranno could be the play. But I get Triceratops. I'm super thankful. This piercing damage is going to be big. So I want to attack into the face down because I do not want to leave fodder for him to tribute over for his monarchs. But I swing into the Tsuk and he's able to set me. But I do 1,000 damage and piercing. So now he's down to 2,050 life points. He sets another monster. I get Ultra Evolution Pill. It's a little late. I don't have quite the setup. And here, I'm like, he doesn't have the answer. He just set a monster. He still has that same back row. I'm just going to poke into the Scapegoat token. And that's game. So, the Dino, Dark Triceratops, he wins us the duel. We were battling at 300 life points, so close to just, a monarch being summoned, swing over my guy, and then that's game. But we're able to somehow hold it together. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the replay. All the Dino lovers, please leave me a like, leave me a comment down below. What do you guys want to see next? I'm going to pick a random comment from down below of a deck profile or a comment that has a interesting idea, and I'm going to build that out next. So I do have an Ojama King deck in the works, but man, that deck is so hard. Ojama King, I don't really know what to do with that guy. But anyways, I'm going to try to figure something out. So that is also in the works. Anyways, take care, guys. I appreciate you all, and until the next one, peace.